Good morning, America. Good morning, all U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter members and their families. And good morning to our dear President, Donald J. Trump, and Vice President J.D. Vance, Mr. Heggeth, our Secretary of War, and all our brethren within the, the Cabinet of the United States of America. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning out there today, and it is even more beautiful since we have the controls over Venezuela and have the people of the streets of the United States of America that are from Venezuela here in this country in exile are ecstatic. That goes to show you that Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance and Mr. Heggeth, Secretary of State Rubio, have done and made the proper decisions regardless of all these Democrats' thoughts and brainwashing tactics that they are employing on the rest of these feeble-minded people under Project M and COINTELPRO. The very programs that were designed by the FBI to disrupt a country. This happened on January 6th, the Capitol uprising. The Democrats' houseboy, Hakeem Jeffries, is out there in the forefront touting, we did great. We are going after him, the President of the United States, for violating the Constitution. Well, why aren't you going after, and why didn't you go after Barack Hussein Obama for employing Project M and COINTELPRO in the Federal Bureau of Prisons and also targeting an Italian-American Roman Catholic U.S. Navy veteran who was housed in the BOP under a Navy sentence that was altered repeatedly from 2006 when he took office until he authorized the illegal use of COINTELPRO and Project M to be full-blown in 2012 in an illegal indictment, U.S. versus Rizzoli, 12 CR 550, tried before Denise Cote and tried by then AUSA Damian Williams, who was rewarded the most prestigious U.S. attorney job in the U.S. Attorney's Office, offered the Southern District of New York. Preet Bharara, Eric Holder, Loretta Lynch, Valerie Caproni, Barack Hussein Obama, and others, including the Bronx DA's office thereafter, are also involved in the scheme and targeting illegally of Kevin Rizzoli. So therefore, where is those individual congressional committees? We'd like to know, Mr. Hakeem Jeffries. We'd like to know, Senator Schumer, because I'm still waiting for that investigation from 2006 when you told me Mike Cusack was going to contact me. Mike Cusack never contacted me. You know who Mike Cusack is, right? He was on your chief of staff. Am I not correct, Senator Schumer? You remember Kevin Rizzoli, don't you? Raz Trading LLC, the company that you were involved in destroying, where you people, the Democrats, caused the loss of what? 380 acres of farming land? 10 acres of avocados, 10 acres of lemons? Isn't that the company that you chose to ruin? Because I know it is, because I am Kevin Rizzoli, and I was the founder, and I still am the owner. Barely scraping everything together, but I'm scraping. Thanks to the likes of Donald J. Trump's administration, setting this country back on the right track. Those oil refineries and those oil fields in Venezuela were purchased rightfully by American-owned oil companies. So therefore, as I took an oath of office when I was in the military to protect Americans and American interests, both foreign and domestic soil, so on and so forth. I'm sure you know that, right? Was you ever in the military, Senator Schumer? No, you wasn't. Hakeem Jeffries, was you ever in the military? No, you wasn't. J.D. Vance, he wasn't in the military. He was in Afghanistan. He was in the thick of things. He knows what war is. And he doesn't like to go to war because that was not war. When he's kidnapped Gaetano Badalamenti from Spain, didn't you use Senator Schumer? In fact, you're one of the ones who stood behind Rudolph Giuliani when they used the United States military to kidnap him out of Spain. Am I correct? Because I know I'm correct. Look up the Pizza Connection case and you'll see Abunamino Gaetano Badalamenti was kidnapped. Vito Badalamenti was kidnapped from the country of Spain under the authorization of false documents and false promises to the Spanish government that they would adhere to Spanish laws pertaining to cruelty sentencing. That wasn't the case. Gaetano Badalamenti died in prison. Died in prison of brain cancer. Cancer that was inflicted by who? By the Democrats. By who? People who were supporting Black Lives Matter. They were getting their get back. Gang intelligence units were getting their get back. Everyone from Warden Morris, Cadigan, Lopez, who else? Warden White. Am I not correct? We're all African Americans. Miss Cadigan from Farrington, New Jersey, FCI Farrington, wasn't even a medical doctor. She was administering him expired medication. So again, we can go deeper. But the COINTELPRO Project M, I personally was subjected to. I've personally seen in the computer systems in FCC Allenwood, FTC Philadelphia, MCC New York, FDC Brooklyn, MDC Brooklyn, and abroad in other facilities. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the congressional committees together for Barack Hussein Obama, Joe Biden, Eric Holder, Parikh Bahara, Damian Williams, Loretta Lynch, Valerie Caproni, and impeach some of these judges who refused to administer what the U.S. Constitution laid out and what congressional language was violated, because their language under FOIA is implicitly and explicitly to be adhered to, not to one's determination. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and let's please view things with an open mind and stop beating a dead horse, because we found a new breed of rat called the hanging rat. That's a demo rat. They're to be hung under genocide Articles 2 through 9. I was listening to the UN Security Council, and it's sickening to see a group of people jump on a bandwagon and try to break up the United States of America and make it communist. That will never happen in a million years. You Democrats and all your loyalists, treasonists, and seditionists, even though you hold congressional positions and senatorial positions, will be impeached and will be brought to justice. Thank you very much. And when you come and try to fake another indictment on me, we got a thing called discovery. And make sure that your discovery is proper under 5 USC 552A G1C G4 E5. So again, Rizzoli versus FCI Allenwood et al. 225 Fed 3rd, 650, 3rd Circuit 2001. And Rizzoli versus the Federal Bureau of Prisons, 230 Fed 3rd, 371. D.C. Circuit 2001, reversed and remanded for false FBI lab reports and drug seizures that was used to over-incarcerate a U.S. Navy border because he refused to become a rat. Thank you very much, Democrats, because now, even though you censor my phone calls to C-SPAN, you break and hack into my cell phone and hack into my systems, you can't hack into this one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless the Roman Catholic faith and its conviction that they teach you. God bless America, the home of the brave, the home of the few, the home of the proud Christians. Onward, Christian soldiers. Onward, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, Kash Patel, Marco Rubio, Pam Bondi, and the rest of our good and faithful Christians. And down with the Democrats.